You are listening to the Boss Experience Podcast, a podcast with conversations about business growth, self-development, and maintaining a mindset to achieve business success. My name is Michele Davis, and I am a business strategist and coach, and I'm your host. Let's get started. Welcome to another episode and another season of the Boss Experience Podcast. My name is Michele Davis and I'm your host. And in today's episode, we're talking about how to create a profitable offer for your service-based business. So let's get to it. So, whether you're new or whether you're an entrepreneur that's been around for a while, creating an offer can be challenging, particularly if you don't have all of your elements in place, like, knowing what problem you solve, understanding your target audience. If you don't have those things nailed down, it's going to be challenging for you to create a profitable offer for the people that you want to serve. And so you will tend to hear a lot of people kind of throw around the words, that they'll help you create this high ticket offer. People want to sell high ticket programs. People want to have a signature program. But it all starts with the basics, knowing who it is you serve, what you help them achieve, and how you help them achieve it. And so we're going to talk about that in this episode. So let's talk about some of the mistakes people make or the misconceptions people have when it comes to selling an offer. People want to sell high ticket offers, but they don't think about, what is the end game? What is the ultimate transformation that the client will receive? Because the solution to the problem you solve has to be transformative in that person's life. So you can't present someone with an inferior offer that's not going to get them a whole lot of results and think that that should be your high ticket program. So it has to be matched up accordingly. And so before we hop into the heart of the episode, I just want to reintroduce myself. I am a business strategist. I work with small business entrepreneurs and I help them increase their revenue. And so one of those things is working with small business entrepreneurs to help them create coaching programs or some other service outside of what they primarily do to help them increase their revenue in their business. So I first saw a need to do this kind of after COVID or during COVID, because a lot of business owners lost money. They had to pivot. They didn't want to close their business, or they weren't at the point where they needed to close their business, but they needed to increase their revenue. So when we look at increasing revenue, and as a business strategist, I come in and I help my clients look at their entire business, look at the opportunities that are missed, anything that they can tweak within their existing business to increase revenue. And then I also look at what can you build out to bring clients, more customers into your business. And there's one thing that I always see a lot of people miss out on is they think because they have a business already that they can't add a coaching program to teach others how to replicate what they've done in their business. And so that's where I come in. And you also have people that are not in business yet that I also work with that want to be a coach, or they want to provide some kind of service for the clients. They're coming out of a lengthy career where they've acquired a certain level of expertise, and now they want to monetize their expertise. And so that, in a nutshell, is who I help. So before we talk about, what goes into a profitable offer, let's first talk about some of the common misconceptions and mistakes people make when creating an offer for their service-based business. Okay, so the first mistake that people make when it comes to creating a profitable offer is they don't understand what problem they solve for their clients. And if you do not understand what problem you solve for your clients, how are you going to provide them with a solution? If you don't understand their pain points, how are you going to provide a solution for your client? And so that is the first mistake that people make, is they think that they can create an offer and they haven't identified who they serve, and they have not yet identified what problem they solve. And so you have to know these two things before you can even begin create any sort of offer, let alone a profitable one. So what attracts people to you as an entrepreneur is that people look at your solution and they feel and think, I need that solution. That is what I need. And if you're unable to articulate what that solution is, or it's a little unclear what that solution is, not just a little bit, most of the time it's just not clear at all, what solution you provide to them, it's going to be hard for them to see you as a solution to their problem. And it's going to be hard for them to see you are the right person for them to invest money and time in, period. Another common mistake that people make is they think that their product or service is their offer. So I'll give you a perfect example. Let's say I'm interested in losing weight. I'm a woman. I'm over 40. Let's say I'm having health issues, whatever the case, whatever it is that I'm going through. Maybe I'm going through self-esteem issues and I just want to feel good about myself. So those are kind of the pain points that I may be experiencing as a woman over 40 who has, who feels overweight or who is overweight. So if I am looking for, let's say, a health coach, I want someone that can present an offer. And let's talk about the difference between presenting an offer and presenting a product or service. I want someone who can present an offer to me about how I can solve my problem of being overweight. So if I come across you online and the only thing I see from you is that you can offer me a fitness plan and a health plan, I don't know what those things are going to do for me. Those are tools of your business. That is not an offer.
Are you trying to handle the challenges of life on your own? With Legal Shield, you don't have to. For more than 30 years, people have trusted Legal Shield to help them navigate messy divorces, challenge traffic tickets, prepare a will, buy a house, and even start a business. For just a small monthly fee, you have a dedicated law firm by your side with real attorneys standing by to advise and guide you through all of the things you never expected to happen. Visit phenomenalboss.com to sign up today.
Offering, I'll create a fitness plan for you. I'll create a health plan for you. That's not going to grab my attention. The clients and customers that you want to serve are being bombarded all the time with different offers. So what is it that you're going to offer in your business that's going to be different, right? So you have to understand that the individual things that you sell are not what's going to put people's antennas up. Because, there's a couple of factors. There's the fact that people may not necessarily be in the market for what you're posting at that moment, if you're only posting about your product or service. So that's going to be a turnoff. But if they know you provide a solution, they're going to keep an eye on you until they're ready to take you up on your offer, right? So an offer is really and truly that. It's an offer to actually solve someone's problem. Okay, so then there's another misconception or mistake that people often make. They don't understand that people need to be taken through a process. So if you have someone and they're seeking out your services, you need to know where are they right now? What's their starting point? And you need to know the solution that you offer, right? And you have to understand when you're talking about solving a problem, that problem that you solve has to be big enough for someone to take action. So in your business, you want to be in the business of solving, if you're talking about like creating a coaching program and being able to make money from your coaching program, you have to be able to provide a big enough outcome that's transformative to your client or to your customer so that you can charging that amount of money for your services. People want big problems solved. Not having these things in order is a big reason that people end up not speaking to the right people when they're, creating messaging for their social media posts or they're creating messaging for their marketing, is you're not speaking to the right person because you don't know who needs the solution that you offer. And a lot of times you don't even know what you're offering. So when you're talking about developing any coaching program or any service, there has to be a clear sense of where am I starting at and where are you taking me? And so let's talk about, how to create this clear offer for people. So as I mentioned before, I'm a business strategist. And one of the things that I help my clients do is create these offers, right? So the first thing you want to do, obviously, if I'm working with a client, I walk them through it. But the first thing you want to do is you want to know where your clients are. And let's assume that you've done the research part, you've done the groundwork, you know who you're serving, you know what problem you solve, because those things have to be in place first. So you sit down and you think, okay, this is where my client is. They're in a place of despair. They're in a place of sadness. They need my help. They need the solution that I provide to people. So I think about, where are they? And I think about, where am I taking them? And I think about how to get them from point A to point Z. And I need to be able to do that in about 3 to 5 steps, depending on what your service is. So, you have to look at, how long will your service be? Will it be a 3-month program? Will it be a 6-month program? And is the solution you're offering realistic for your clients to achieve in that amount of time? So you have to think, to get this person to this point, how many steps do I need to take them through? So when I say steps, you have to break that down into sub steps and address, what is it they're going to learn? How are you going to help them get one step closer to the end game, to the solution to their problem? And when you're able to do that, and you're able to do it in an organized, structured way, people can begin to see what your offer is. And you may have, tools that you use, like your one-on-one sessions. You may incorporate those into your overall program, or you have a group coaching program that helps people get to the end game. Those are all tools. Your group coaching program and your one-on-one sessions are not your offers. You also may have different plans that you provide to your clients and customers. Those are all tools for how you'll get them to, the end game, and how you'll solve the problem and help them make that transformation. So in a nutshell, that is how you create a profitable offer. Because when people see themselves going through your program, when they can see what you're offering, they can say, hey, I need that. That's what I need. That's exactly what I need. That is what makes your offer profitable. You have to know where they're starting, and you have to know, where they're going, where you're taking them, and everything in between. So whether you're going through a program, you want to make sure they have a process that takes you from A to Z, or you're creating a profitable offer. You want to make sure that you have those elements in place. So that's it for this episode. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next episode of the Boss Experience Podcast. Business success requires planning, strategy, and a whole lot of confidence. You have to believe success is possible for you. That's why I'm gifting you 30 free affirmations to hang around your house, to display in the office, or even use as journal prompts. You see, infusing your mind with positivity allows you to erase self-doubt, increase your confidence, and ditch the fears that come along with starting a business. So it's time to allow your mind to reflect the business and the future you desire. All you have to do is visit BossLadyAffirmations.com to grab your free affirmations today. Now back to the episode. Thank you for tuning in to the Boss Experience Podcast. Don't forget to leave a review for this episode and tune in next time.